Hey there, today I'm going to show you how I was able to get my defective first print copy of Persona Q to boot after getting the game could not be read error. I basically just dusted off my 3DS after like a decade. I had this game and it wouldn't boot, so I googled it, and I guess it's just a known problem with first prints of the game as well as possibly also one of the Pokemon games. So originally it would not boot at all. I got frustrated and I was just goofing around. I took the cartridge out, left it in the slot, and with my two fingers at the back, just began pushing it down until it would appear, but not actually locking it in place. So what you want to do is try that. Don't actually push it down all the way, but get it to about as soon as it appears and maybe just a little bit more, and then see if you can boot the game. Sorry, I'm going to have difficulties filming because I'm using both of my hands and still have to use the touchscreen and whatnot. So we're going to see if it loads. It'll still crash. And basically, I'm trying to start a new game and get to the save point without it crashing. I've noticed that it will crash on this cutscene here, so skip that with the start button. And what else? I was able to load my save game, and actually after getting it to boot once, I can just lock the cartridge in place and it will boot every time. So I don't have to do that partial hold down to get it to start. But it's still crashing. I'm going to see if this holding it down partially trick will work, if I can get it to get past a certain point where I can just save the game. And I apologize if you hear traffic sounds outside of my window. So we're going to try to start the Persona 4 protagonist. My save file before was the Persona 3 protagonist, and I put it on the hardest difficulty, of course, and I just gave up after a certain point. So let's just enter a name. Let's do a random name. Okay, that's good. Acceptable, yes. Normal difficulty. Sorry for the view. Yes, let's start at normal difficulty. Okay, now with my cartridge locked in place, the first time I tried this it froze on this screen transition coming up, the one after the butterfly. So I tried it again with the cartridge partially held down like I'm doing now, and it skipped it. And I've probably tried 20 times. It's really frustrating, but it might be enough to get it to work. It might be enough to give you a usable copy again, and maybe, it's just a curious thing. I'm just curious about how it works and if there's any way to salvage these copies. So that's what I'm just basically trying to do. So as soon as we can, let's fast forward on the bottom screen and get through this dialogue. It's going to ask us to enter a name of the other protagonist. Doesn't matter. Just do random. Okay, acceptable, yes. Currently, I'm getting a freeze a couple scenes from now at the school. Usually I can get through this scene with Nanako and what's his name? Kenji, maybe? I forget. It's been a long time since I played Persona 4. It's good even if it's burnt. Sure, Nanako. So far so good. It seems like we're getting through this part. I don't even think the dialogue choices matter yet, so it doesn't matter what you choose. Okay, let's see if we get a crash coming up. Probably will. I'm just gonna keep trying to get past it, no matter what. Oh no, this is the farthest I've ever been. So I'm still holding the cartridge down. Yep, and there's the crash, but that's farther than I've gotten before. I'm gonna keep trying. you can try too, and let me know what you think. If you have any more success than I do, let me know and share this with anyone you know who may have a defective copy and wants to try tweaking it. Good luck.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I'm back after that crash and tried it immediately again with the cartridge still held down and not locked in place, and I made more progress. I'm at like the next scene past that schoolroom. It does seem like if you can get it to progress farther, it will just do better. I'm not saying it won't crash at that same point, but just anecdotally, it seems like it does a little bit better and you get a little bit farther each time. So we're going to try to progress again. I don't really care about the dialogue, so if I can get to a save point, I feel like that'll give me something to work with. And so far, it hasn't crashed again. The hallway in front of the fortune telling booth. I don't even know what that is. Looks like the Velvet Room. Okay, seems rather large for just a booth.
Talk about a wide open space.
Can we skip this? Yes, you can skip that part with the start button. Thank goodness.
2 doors.
Fast forward again. Hey, so something I never knew. You can drag this little screen down here. See my old phone that I use for recording. Oh, we got a cutscene. Let's skip that. Let's fast forward again. Still holding the cartridge down. I have not locked it in place. I'm using 2 fingers because it's surprisingly, it takes more force than you might think, and your tendons will get tired after a little while. So 2 fingers are better. Skip with the start button again. Okay, awesome. Now, at this point, I'm going to lock the cartridge into place. I'm going to push it down all the way. Heard the click. Let's try to save the game. Okay, save. Let's do file 2. Save complete. Awesome. So at this point, let's quit the game now that we've got a save. Close the software. Yes. Let's see if we can start it again. There we go. And like I said, the first time I got it to boot, it has booted every time with the cartridge locked in place, like a normal game. Let's skip. I'm not sure if this cutscene will crash, but just in case, we're going to skip it again as soon as I can get to the start. There we go. Okay. Now let's load the game we just saved. Yes, okay. Oh, my bad. Okay, and it seems like we can play our copy of Persona Q again. I'm not saying it won't crash. I'm sure it will. But just save often and you might be good. You might have a working copy of the game again. And like I said, I read that this also commonly affects certain Pokemon games. Maybe like a red one. I don't know. So if you have that issue with Pokemon, you may give this a try again on that game. I don't care. Come on, guys. Oh, jeez. Fast forward. Okay. Come on. Let's Alice. Odyssey. Okay, so this may be a fix. It might not be a perfect fix, but it's definitely a workaround for your game. I'm going to show you. I guess it affects certain serial numbers. Let's get us focus. Mine was AQQEX40413. That's one of the early batches according to some posts I read on the internet. So if you have one that has a 4 in the game, it's probably affected. Hopefully this will work for you. Good luck.